Hi, welcome to Dive into Digital. Today I'm going to be talking about layers. So when I first started using Procreate, I was really terrified of using layers because I thought I was just going to completely destroy my drawing. But essentially layers enable you to control quite a lot of your drawing because you can move, you can add, you can shape your painting as you want. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you a kind of a watercolor, and I'm not a watercolorist, but let's give it a go because it might be a nice way of showing you what you can do. And I'm using a palette that I call Winter, which is my sort of colors, and I'm going to start off with a kind of a major sort of blue color, and I'm going to use the watercolors brushes. These are by Liz Cola Brown, and I've chosen the water and pigment heavy bleed. So here we go, push it up to its full strength, and we'll give this a bit of a wash across the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another layer, and I'm going to use a darker color, and I'm going to choose, I don't know, the cloud brush, and see what we can do, and just draw on top of this. That'll be my second layer, and I think I'll add a third layer in maybe even a darker color. Let's look at another brush. What about a water and pigment even wash? I have no idea what these brushes are going to do, but let's have a little look. Oh, there we go. So that's kind of a lowering, dark, gloomy color. Paint that in, and then we'll add another layer. And let's move into those dark greens. What are we going to choose? How about water and pigment sharp edge blotchy, whatever that does. I'm not crazy about that color. I think I'll get rid of that and maybe get more. Should I try with a brighter green? Is that too light? For a bit of a kind of a. Oh, it's not too bad. I'll go for another layer. Now we're getting more to the earthy colors. Let's try another pen. It's quite fun trying all these brushes. Let's try water and pigment even wash. Oh, that could be a nice field there, couldn't it? That looks like a formerly ploughed, dried field. And let's give this a bit of perspective, shall we? Oops, maybe that's not the right way to do it. Let's add another layer. And we go for deep green and see what we can add to that. I like this cloud brush. It might be a bit nonsensical, but why not? What the hell? I'll put it into the foreground so we can finish this terrible painting up quite quickly. Okay, so that's not looking too bad. And I'm going to add yet another layer, and I think I'll add a background color. And let's give it a bit of a gloomy grey. So I'm just going to drop that in, and oh, my painting's gone. This is the kind of thing that gave me a real fright when I first started using layers. But what you do is you just take that layer and you drag it underneath all the others, and there you go, it's in the background. So let's look at some of these other layers, and maybe I'm not crazy about this green being here. How about we put it under this blue layer? Does that make a bit of a difference? And that's not too bad. And maybe let's see what it looks like without those colors. Am I happy with that color? That one's not too bad. So what I'm doing is I'm switching off the layers, switching the layers off and on. I think I'll put that layer under that one and see how that looks. That's not too bad. Switch them back on again. And this brown is bothering me a little bit. What I can do is I can make it lighter so it doesn't affect the other colors. And then look at this. Let's look at this heavy green here. We'll keep that dark. And that's my attempt at a watercolor. It's not too bad. What do you think? And if you like it, you can also, and I'll show you what you can do, is you can combine all these colors simply by pinching them together. So you've got the drawing on one layer, select it, and I think maybe I just like that detail. So I think I'll just enlarge it, and that's it. not too bad. There you go. Layers and watercolours in one video.